Hi guys, so yesterday I made this spiced carrot and walnut cake and it was so delicious and really moist, and except for the icing that I put on top of it, it's actually dairy free as well, so just leave that out if you're lactose intolerant. Start off by preheating your oven to 190 degrees Celsius or 170 if you have a fan oven. When the oven gets hot, the recipe says to toast 80 grams of walnuts for 10 minutes, but I used the whole packet here and it's 100 grams because I wasn't going to keep 20 grams of walnuts. Then, in a mixing bowl, mix together your dry ingredients, starting off with 100 grams of plain flour, 75 grams of wholemeal flour, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Then I took this whole nutmeg and finely grated about a third of it into the mixture. You can use shop-bought powdered nutmeg if you'd like, but this stuff is way better. Then add a little pinch of salt, followed by 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Then gently whisk these dry ingredients together to combine. Then I used the grating attachment of a mini food processor to grate up 4 carrots. I'm using 4 here because they are quite small, but 3 normal sized carrots will be fine. If you don't have a food processor that does this, a box grater will be fine as well. Now take 1 apple and peel it, halve it and core it and grate that as well. The carrot and apple will give such amazing moisture to this cake. The batter itself actually looks quite dry, but these will really moisten it. So when that's done, just go ahead and add your now toasted walnuts to it and set it aside. Now to the bowl of a freestanding mixer, add about 185 milliliters of vegetable oil. I'm using rapeseed oil here. Followed by 250 grams of caster sugar. Then go ahead and just mix all that up until it's nice and combined but not dissolved. Sugar won't dissolve in oil because it's not fat soluble. Now you add 2 eggs one at a time and wait until the first egg has mixed into the mixture completely before you add the second. I'm just going to slow this down because it's really hard to see, but there's the first egg going in. So now just whisk that in for just a little bit before you add the second egg. Now just whisk until it's all combined and starting to look a little bit like mayonnaise. Not the white stuff you buy in the jar, but real homemade yellow mayonnaise. Now swap your balloon whisk attachment for your paddle attachment and pour in your grated carrot, apple and toasted walnuts. Mix all that in until it starts to look a bit like a crazy sweet coleslaw. Now add in your bowl of dry ingredients and mix them all in until you have an even, thick consistency. Now you should grease and line a 2-pound loaf tin, but I'm using the silicone one so I don't have to do any of that. Then pour this gorgeous cake batter into your cake tin and bake for 35 minutes initially. After 35 minutes, you take out the cake and rotate it and bake it for another 25 minutes for even cooking. Then take it out and let it cool completely, and it should be nice and springy to the touch. To make the icing, add 4 tablespoons of softened butter to your mixing bowl. This is only room temperature, which was too firm still, which meant that I had to beat it for ages. To that, I added a 180 gram packet of cream cheese and beat those together until smooth. Then add in about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, followed by 125 grams of icing sugar, and beat this all together until it's all really smooth and combined. I ended up having to use a whisk after this because of the room temperature butter. So once the cake is cooled completely, it's time to take it out of its tin and ice it. Just make sure that it is cooled completely though, because if there is any heat at all left in this cake, it's going to melt the icing and it's going to go all horrible and disgusting. Now just slather the icing all over the top of the cake. If you want, you can use a piping bag, but that's too much effort. Just a rubber spatula is fine. Now there's nothing left to do except put the kettle on and slice up and enjoy. This is such a good cake, really moist and delicious, and if you want to leave out the icing, it'll be dairy free as well, so it's up to you, but I definitely think you should try it. Thanks a million for watching guys. If you liked this video, give me a like below and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can check me out on social media. All the links are in the description, as is the link to my blog where you'll find the full recipe at www.rookiecook.org.